matchup in Lake Conference boys hockey. Tonight, the #1 team in the state in Class AA, the Edina Hornets, come to Plymouth to take on the Wayzata Trojans. From the Plymouth Ice Center, John Jacobson along with Dan Fickett. And Dan, often these teams meet at the beginning of the year in the Turkey Trot Tournament. They were both in it again this year, but didn't match up. So this is the first of what could be 3 meetings between these teams.
This is a battle. This is going to be such a really good hockey game. They don't like each other. They play well against each other. Doesn't matter what the record are. They always put a war out here. And we're going to see 2 good, fast, tough hockey teams tonight.
Last time they met actually was in the section final a year ago, and Wayzata won to advance on to state. But Edina, I mentioned off the top, #1 team in the state, 19-1. Just a loss the day after Christmas to Minneapolis on the Schwann Cup, and that's it.
Oh my gosh. You know they only allow 18 shots on their goal a game? In the past 11 games, they've all won. They've outshot their opponents 65-15. This is a power horse. They're averaging over 6 goals a game. You don't see that in high school hockey. They're very, very good, and they can take on anybody. It could be a big year for Edina.
Wayzata playing well lately. They have 6 wins, Dan, than the last 7 losses. Now, the last game was a loss to Minnetonka, but overall, Pat O'Leary feeling his team coming into shape, rounding into form as we head into February here.
Oh, Pat O'Leary's got a way of getting these guys ready for the sections. He got into the state tournament with a losing record last year, so I don't doubt his skill. They are getting better. He's trying another goalie tonight. I think it's going to be key. Their goaltending's got to be good. They got to put shots on the Edina goals just to see if the goalies can hold up to the pressure, and they may surprise them. So, and Pat has a way of surprising Edina. He knows them well. He knows how to coach against them, and he doesn't have to get his kids motivated. They'll be ready to play.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Hornets. Sammy Walker is their leading scorer, and he's been terrific goal scorer, and he can set up teammates as well.
Well, top 5 in the state, maybe top 3 in the state. This kid's been talked about for years. He's a fantastic hockey player. He's a good two-way player. He plays just as well in the defensive zone he does in the offensive zone. 4 power play goals, so you know he's kind of key there too. He'll get the goal when you need the goal.
And for Wayzata, Griffin Ness, certainly a varsity veteran for this team, having a good season as well.
Yeah, he's been around a while. I hadn't even been saying that Ness name a lot, but you know what? He's got 25 points, 3 power play goals. Sometimes you don't notice him, but then all of a sudden you notice him. He's kind of the kid they forget, and all of a sudden, bang, he's putting a puck in the net when they need to have somebody put the puck in the net. And he's a hard worker, though, so he'll be fun to watch.
These teams usually play very good games, and we expect nothing less tonight. It's Edina Wayzata High School Boys Hockey on CCX coming up next after this.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to the Plymouth Ice Center. Edina being introduced. They're starting 6 for tonight's game, and then Wayzata in just a moment. You look at Kurt Giles, 19th season, head coach, multiple state championships for him, and #1 team in the state right now, Dan Ficken.
And he really does have the #1 team in the state. He was fun to talk to. He's having so much fun with this young group. It's scary, and he says, I open the door and I let him play, and it's been great.
Pat O'Leary is in his 7th year as head coach. State champions 2 years ago in Class AA, got back to state last year as well, and just 2 of the top programs in all of the state right here tonight.
They're well-run organizations, right down to the youth. They all have a piece in it, and 2 very good coaches, and coaching is important in high school. It draws kids and have a tremendous amount of talent.
We talked about it when we did the turkey trot here back in November, but it's worth mentioning again that the Plymouth Ice Center, the sheet of ice, underwent a change in the offseason, going from the Olympic sheet of ice to the standard sheet. We'll talk more about that as we get underway here. We'll take a break, come back, drop the puck. Period #1. Wayzata Edina hockey next.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
We're about to drop the puck at the pick. Boys hockey on this Thursday night on CCX, Edina and Wayzata.
We were kind of intrigued earlier on talking to some of the coaches, and Kurt Giles kind of very subtly, we were talking about it, reminded us that these guys do remember that section final loss to these guys last year.
Trevor Wong, the starting goalie tonight for Wayzata, 5-0 on the season. Goals against average of 1.98 and a save percentage of .905. And at the other end, Garrett Mackay has played majority of the minutes this year. He's 16-1 on the season. Goals against 1.87 and a save percentage of .899 with 4 shutouts on the year. And we are underway with tonight's game. Edina in their traditional green, gold, and white. Wayzata in their home whites with the gold and blue trim. Trojans control, pass it up the center, off the stick of Ness and down into the Hornet zone. Ness gets it back though, flies in, puts it out in front, and Mackay's got to make an early save.
Well, we talked about Griffin Ness right off the bat. I'll tell you, he makes a statement right about the bat. Beats the D or takes the puck away, comes right in, causes a turnover. Didn't get a great shot, but you let him know they're there to play tonight.
Colin Schmidt facing off against Sammy Walker in the Hornet zone. Walker both guys headed to the University of Minnesota, wins the draw. The guy getting the puck out of the zone quickly. Jeff Jungles getting it in, and that's Wong into the corner now. Along the left boards, it battled for it, and Wayzata able to poke it out. Hornets had it. Mike Vorlicki's headed to Wisconsin, got it into the zone. Now Vorlicki has it again. He'll shoot it to the right corner. Back behind the net, Carter Anderson giving chase, getting the pass up to Schmidt on the wing. Schmidt will dump it in to the Hornet zone. Vorlicki for Edina. Around the left boards to Jeff Jungles. Rink-wide pass. Mason Nevers gets a stick on it. Got it into the Trojan zone before Wayzata sends it back out. Now here's Schmidt. Nice little stick work. Trying to drag the puck in deep. And in front, and a save made by Mackay. Kept in left wing by Tyler Dingman. And Wayzata unable to keep the puck in the zones. It's cleared out to center. Tommy Harrison will shoot it back in for the Trojans. Jake Boltman playing it behind his net for Vorlicki. Unable to keep it in at the point was Harrison. Race for the puck as Evan Shoemaker came in hard for it for Edina. Big shot from the blue line, but fired well wide by Ben Brinkman. Now behind the net, stopped by Schmidt, able to get the pass off. Alex Solly takes a big hit as he came across the line, and a shot there deflected up and out of play, and we get a whistle and a face-off at
the Wayzata zone with 14:59 to play here in the opening period.
Well, Wayzata with an early flurry and getting some pucks inside the Hornet zone. Hornets responding now, and boy, I'll tell you, Wayzata just had a turnover in their own zone. They really have to avoid that against this Hornet team because they'll make you pay right off the bat on a turnover. They'll put it in your net real fast.
From the circle, controlled by Edina, and Long's got to come up and make the save. Pretty good opportunity right here for Lewis Crosby.
Yeah, just took it right away and sniped one, but Trevor Wong was sitting outside in a nice position on the net, kind of blocked it off, was up at the top of the crease, made a nice save. He's going to have to be sharp tonight.
Edina's got possession again. Peter Colby back out to the left point, right side. Mason Reiners put to the corner. Onto the stick now of Michael North of Wayzata. He had it taken away from him, got it back, and now the Trojans come out with it. Ness just across the blue line, fires it in. And it goes out of play. Well, the face off to the left of the goaltender, Mackay.
Kind of wondering what that call was. Didn't look like offside, but Griffin Ness again relieving the pressure, making sure he got out of the zone after the Trojans were having some trouble there. Pressure on the Wayzata D is being very effective for the Edina Hornets.
Schmidt winning the faceoff clean from Walker to the blue line. Shot from there is tipped, comes into the high slot. Shot by Mulrennan gets blocked. Hornets clear, but not out. Onto it now is Reiners behind his net, feeding it up the right wing, and Nevers able to get it out of the zone. Comes to Walker. Here he comes on the left side, trying to drop it back, and Brinkman a little farther back and wasn't going to pinch in from the point, and Wayzata able to get it down in the Edina zone again. Pass intended for Schmidt, broken up by Brinkman. Hornets get it out as far as center ice. Now we'll chip it in, just wide of Wong, and gets a stick on it. Now comes Wayzata, Shoemaker. We'll get a whistle here, and then offside it looks like on Edina.
Yeah, but again, John, the Hornets being very dangerous there at the top of the blue line and almost causing another turnover on the Trojans. Got to be careful. You might want to keep it off to the sideboards when you're coming up across the blue line instead of giving center ice momentum to the Hornets.
Morton and Nelko facing off. Face off one. Wong making a save on that long shot from Vorlicki. And now out come the Trojans with Nelko. Speeding down the right side. Nelko snaps off a shot, and Mackay the save. And Solly on his left. I think that was the right move for Nelko. Had a good angle at it. Put it on net.
What I like about this, and you know how much it bothers me, is when you take a shot, make sure it hits the net, especially low, because there might be a rebound there and somebody coming. But now they got to face off inside the Hornet zone.
Shoemaker and Nelko to face off. But controlled by Wayzata. No, a turnover, a shot away. Nelko's shot gets blocked. Trojans still keep it in though. Comes to Vorlicki, playing it up the wing. Left point kept in by Wayzata by North. Comes back to North again, left point. Feeds it along the side for Tarashevsky. And now Edina will skate out with Bjorn Swanson. Incoming deep, a shot, and Wong comes up with the save on Max Borst. Boy, Borst got free in a hurry, didn't he? Look at him fly in here.
Bing, bang, boom, coming across. Wong came across. Nice leg save coming through, even though the net got knocked off. That was still a great save. Stayed right with it, tried to stay centered up as much as he could and brought it on. But boy, you were right. Borst just had a big burst of speed there. It's really hard watching two hard skating teams. You know, I love it.
Joel Matthews facing off for Wayzata against Lewis Crosby there. Won by Wayzata. They get it out to center ice. Chipped right back ahead by Edina. Now it's onto the stick of Ness. He'll flip it down into the Hornet zone. After it goes Mason Reiners, lost it. Wayzata unable to do anything with it, and it's Crosby with it. Rink wide pass broken up nicely by Tyler Dingman. Played back ahead by Edina. In they come to the zone. Into the slot, is shot away, and it's fired high. We're going to have a penalty coming up here on Edina from behind the play. Jason Reiner's got a check, and he's going to go off here.
It might be an interference call. That's the first power play of the game so far. Edina's been very good. We'll get a look at it here. All right, see what happens. Oh, that'll do it. That might be a slash, John. I might have had that penalty call wrong. Oh, my God. Well, Edina right now, 88% penalty kill. Really good. Only 9 power play goals scored on 72 attempts by the opposition on them.
Reiners didn't take too kindly to the check from behind, and it's the second guy gets the penalty. That was definitely a slash. There's no doubt about it. So we'll see what the Trojans could do on this opening power play of the game. Banked out of the zone, though. Shorthanded. Here's Walker cruising into the zone, puts it on net, and Wong makes the save.
Did we mention that these teams don't like each other very much? I just wondered if that's coming across at all. My, it's going to be rough and tough. We watched a JV game that was parallel to a war. I mean, it was intense. I think we'll see a few more penalties. Trojans now, they got to get organized. They got to get it in the zone, start moving it around. They got to put some pressure on Edina right now. Like I said, the more shots on goal they can get, the better opportunity they have to get some scores against the Hornets.
Shoemaker and Matthews on the faceoff. Won by Wayzata. And Ness will skate out with from his zone out across into the Edina zone. Lost it as he came to the slot and trying to fire it out of the zone. Boltman shot it in his own bench area, so they'll face it off back in their end.
Risky move by Ness there, coming in, taking it into the middle. Maybe should have stayed to the outside. That, boy, Edina doesn't give you anything in the middle, boy. They try to shut that down as quick as they can, power play or not.
Matthews, clean face-off win again, getting it back to Bergsland. On the boards, Matthews back to Bergsland. Matthews again, top of the circle, fires. Mackay reacted late, but does make the save. Comes to Boltman, and he clears it out of the zone.
Well, they got to set up, and they got a bit of a shot out. That's good. Now they got to reset it again.
Now comes Ness down the right wing. A shot looking for a tip in front from Tommy Leeson. It goes wide. Edina controls, and they get it out of the zone. Race for the puck. Lewis Crosby after it for Edina. Crosby stops, gets the pass back. Dump back left point. And Brinkman. And on the boards, Pomontzis. He'll just skate some time off. Gets the pass to Brinkman. And out of 15 seconds left in the power play as he clears it down the length of the ice. Trojans having trouble getting out of their own end now, shorthanded. Edina really buzzing. Crosby off pass to the middle onto the stick of Ness, but now Edina is back at full strength. Tereshevsky brings it in. Circle back behind the net, but knocked off the puck by Vorlicki. And here come the Hornets. Vorlicki on his left, a shot away, and Wong makes a nice save on Borst.
Oh, say goodnight, Martha. Wow, nice hit. Clean.
Borst dropping it off to the corner. The Shoemaker getting tied up there. Puck freed up to the circle. Wayzata has it, and now they'll skate it out of the zone with Ike Tereshevsky. Getting it down into the Hornet zone as Wayzata goes off for a change. Boltman has it for Edina. Onto the stick of Swanson. He'll dump it to the far corner for Edina. And this one up and out of play. And we'll have a face-off coming in the Wayzata zone. Look at that. Get a moment to go.
Just a beautiful check. Did not leave with the shoulder or helmet. Got his arms, extended him a little bit. Good hit. Just a real good hit. Much to the dismay of... I'm not even going to try and say that name. Sorry, John.
Dimitrios Komantzis.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you helping me out there.
Reiners, and Long's got a glove on it. Shots even so far, 4-4. Pretty good crowd tonight. Very good crowd at the Plymouth Ice Center.
Classic Lake game, Lake Conference game here. Draws a good crowd.
Good job by Leeson to avoid a check. Not that one, though. Oh, this one's going to bring a penalty, though.
It will.
And a tripping call. This time it's Borst that'll go off.
He kind of stuck his hip or almost a knee in there. He didn't get called for a knee, which would be a rather heavy penalty. So we're going to go 2 minutes here again. Edina going on the penalty kill. And boy, they had a good penalty kill last time around, I'll tell you. And Wayzata had trouble. They're only marking their power play at about 21%. You want to be up at about 25, 30% to have an effective power play. So we'll see if they can remedy the situation here.
That's with it, right point. Being it off to Tommy Bergsland. Matthews back to Bergsland. One-timer, and that one's blocked off the stick of Luke Monet. And shot goes high and wide. Gathered in by Matthews on the boards. Feeds it back to Bergsland. To the corner. And up the wing, and finally touched by Edina. And Jungle's able to clear it down the ice. Wong will leave it for Bergsland. Dines off his stick. Look out. Here comes Edina short-handed, and a good job by Bergsland to break it up on the pass by Mason Nevers. He had a teammate across the way and didn't get there.
That's about as aggressive a penalty kill as I've seen, John. They're not afraid to go deep in the zone and go after you.
Now Ness coming it back. Wayzata back on the move. Matthews. Onto the stick now, Monet. To the side of the net. They jam at it. And Mackay's got to be there in place. Ness with it again. Pinching in from that left point to Matthews. And 40 seconds left in the power play for the Trojans. Right side shot away and saved by Mackay off the stick of Tyler Dingman. Look at the play a moment ago.
That was tough. Good play by the D that time, though. I like the way he made a choice to stay in the middle, let the goalie handle the shooter on the side. There was a bad angle, and just got right in the way of that pass. Nice breakup of a dangerous situation.
Yeah, good play by Bergsland. Now Edina free again. Gamantzis coming deep, trying to put it out in front. Broken up, and back come the Trojans. Here's Mo Rennan speeding down the right wing. Mo Rennan comes in, a nice poke check away, but it's kept in by Wayzata. Shot from the circle, that gets blocked off of North's stick. To the left corner with under 10 seconds to play in the power play. Sticks get up. Bergsland keeps it in right point. Bergsland waiting. Now Edina back at full strength. Across left side, and a good scoring opportunity for Mo Rennan. The save made by Mackay.
Mackay showed his quickness that time. Boy, he got across that crease really fast with that shot coming through and that puck went. Nice play by Mackay.
Alex Sally got it into the Edina zone, where Mason Reiners has it for the Hornets. Up to center and shot into the Wayzata zone. Under 6.5 minutes to play here in the opening period. No score. Number 1 Edina and Wayzata, winners of the 6 of their past 7 games. Out it comes to center. Nelko got it into the zone. Puck left for Boltman. Played it up the wing. Wayzata intercepts briefly, and then it's Volnicki carrying on. Colby got it out of the zone. Now Colby will have it again. Push it ahead into the Trojans' end. Luke Fairchild after it there. Plays it off to his right. Puck comes free. Big shot. And Wong gets the stick out and makes the save on Jake Boltman.
Just a nice setup there. Bolton just lets it rip, and good save by Wong. He's just right on it. And both goalies so far, John, are playing pretty good. you know, at this time of the year, as the season's starting to wind down, regular season, you're starting to look for that goaltender that you can count on to carry you through the sections. Oh my gosh.
Another big hit put on. Play comes out to center. Trojans a little trouble trying to get it into the Edina zone. Now they do. And poked back out by Edina. Dingman shot it back in. Boltman has it onto the stick of Vorlicki. Puck poke free. It comes through all the way to Mackay. And now Vorlicki getting it out to center. Shot back in. By Monet of Wayzata. Edina has control. Walker got it out. Down into the Wayzata zone. Trevor Anderson after it there. Feeds it up to center. Trojans get it out of the zone. Back comes Edina. They'll shoot it back in as Reiners tries it deep. Here's Schmidt. Nice pass ahead to Mo Rennan. Mo Rennan from a tough angle hits the side of the net with his shot. Schmidt trying to knock at it. Puck free in the circle. Wayzata all around him, and fanning on the shot was Leeson. Leeson had it again. Take it away from him. Edina clears it, but only to the point, and saved and then held on to by Mackay.
Boy, a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers by the Hornets here, but it's amazing how, you know, we've called a lot of blocked shots on the Hornet defenseman. It's amazing how it starts affecting shooting as a Trojan, because you expect when you get the puck on your stick, you expect the body to be there, and you got to shoot around him. And we saw a couple whiffs that time, and I think that's caused by expecting the block to be there.
Crosby wins the faceoff for Edina. Play along the near boards and cleared out to the Trojan zone where Bergslund has it. Out to center. Face off out at center ice. 4 minutes to play in a scoreless first period. Trojans will make a line change. And there comes Edina off the face-off, and Wong making the stop. Monty's got free and put it low on the glove side, and Trevor Wong was ready for it.
Good face-off win by the Edina Hornets. Kind of it looked like a Trojan win, and all of a sudden they just stepped in front and took it and walked in and got a good shot from about 20 feet out.
Puck in the right corner in the Wayzata end. Golfed out to center, down into the Edina zone, comes in on net, and Mackay makes the stop on it. Boltman passing it ahead to Crosby, a little too far for Comanches on the right. Vorlicki for Boltman. A little touch pass, it's on with the stick now, loses Crosby. Behind his net, Dingman takes it for Wayzata. Ran into Crosby there. Edina turns over Wayzata here. Back out. Left point. Fired a shot and a goal. Ben Brinkman. The junior kept it low. I don't know if it was tipped or not, but Brinkman had plenty of bodies out in front. And regardless, it's 1-0. Edina.
Well, I didn't see if Crosby tipped that, but boy, I tell you what, he was a pain in the major Trojan butt there on that shift. He was all over it. Helped kind of cause that turnover, and Brinkman lets it go, but just a nice play by the Hornets. Got the Trojan D to cough it up and turned it into a 1-0 lead.
Now get the puck back into the Wayzata zone once more.
Now looks like Crosby did get the goal. Just tipped it by him.
Now, Crosby does get credit for the goal. Brinkman and Mason Reiners getting the assists on Lewis Crosby's 13th goal of the season. Ben Brinkman is team high 24th assist. Take that back. He's second on the team assist to Walker.
Well, that was a tough one to give up. You don't want to give up a goal in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, of the period here, but just a lot of good hard work and gives the Hornets a 1-0 lead.
And shot from the left point, but high by North and off the glass. It's out to center ice now. Trojans have it. Leeson, the center, fired back in by Brinkman. And Wayzata will skate out. Carter Anderson. And shot into the Edina zone. Left behind the net for Brinkman. Brinkman got knocked down. Here's Schmidt. Puts it in on net. Mackay was right there to make the save. Now back come the Hornets. Here's Jungles. Jet Jungles drop pass. Big shot away, and Wong makes the save on Nevers. Schmidt back the other way for Wayzata. Feeds it off for Mulrennan. Goes wide of the Edina net. Big check by Schmidt. Taking out a Hornets player. Boltman feeds it up left side. We're end to end. Jungles feeds it off. Boltman puts it out. Slides through the crease and wide of Wong. Minute 20 to go here in the first period.
There's been a lot of end-to-end hockey here, John, the last minute or so in periods.
Crosby with a shot on goal. Lewis Crosby, 2 goals in the last 2 minutes. And it's 2-0 Edina.
The pest comes out of that corner again. And Joe just rips it up a corner. I think Wong was a little screened on that one, but nice play by Crosby. Last 3 shifts, he has been major league effective.
Well, 2-0 Edina.
Ouch.
Yeah.
If you're the Trojans, that hurts.
Here they come again. Shot into the Wayzata zone. Nevers gets the lone assist on the Crosby goal, coming at 15:55. Pass comes ahead on the left side. It's Peter Colby. He gets a shot away. Goes wide. Trojans push it out to center. Trying to get a stick on it was Nelko. Nelko really fighting with Brinkman for control of the puck. Brinkman won it and got it out to center and out of the zone. Cleared by the Trojans. Fired by Nelko back into the Edina end. Final 10 seconds of the period. Oh, and a big hit put on Peter Colby as the period comes to an end. Colby upset about it.
Keep your head up. He's got to be aware. Keep your head up.
But his team ahead 2-0 after a period.
Well, just persistent hard work, creating turnovers, making sure that they cash in on them, and they're coming at you all the time, and that's why they're 19-1, John.
Right. 2-0 Edina leads Wayzata after 1 period of play. We'll take time out. More hockey on CCX Sports after this.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
More in between periods, and a little youth hockey going on here. 5 minutes in between the first and the second period, and talk about youth hockey being the key to the success of any high school program. Well, you got a great one here, the largest in the state at Wayzata here at Plymouth, housed here at Plymouth Ice Center.
Well, they got 3 rinks here at this arena, and they use them all. I'll tell you, and if you look at the banners up in the ceiling here, you can see how successful this youth program is. They're winning championships all over the place, but it's a whole lot of fun to see these young kids out here. But you can see, look at all the years. I mean, they've been consistently good for 20, 30 years now. My gosh.
You see some of them, the older kids, the junior gold, and Dan, I know they've got the national junior gold tournament this year in Plymouth in late March.
That's going to be right here in March. Teams from all over the country are coming, and it's a big. So I think they've got close to 60 teams coming in. And if you get a chance to March, keep your eye on it, because that is fab. That is really good hockey.
Starts March 22nd here at Plymouth Ice Center.
You know, the fun thing about watching these little kids too is they always tell coaches, if you're getting tired of coaching the older ones, or tired, hockey's getting to you a little bit, come back and coach these guys, because it'll just recharge your batteries.
Well, one of the things we have done at CCX this past year is spotlights on schools, on local schools at all levels, and elementary schools, middle schools, and junior highs, and high schools as well. And last year, USA Today ranked Wayzata High School as the best in Minnesota. Rankings based on data that ranges from student to teacher ratios and standardized test scores to graduation rates. It's also known for community service. In this school spotlight, Delane Cleveland takes a closer look at Wayzata's giving culture.
Wayzata High School is a pretty special place.
The campus of Wayzata High School in Plymouth could easily be mistaken for a small college.
It is officially the largest school in the state of Minnesota.
At last count, the school had an enrollment of more than 3,400 students in grades 9 through 12.
I know when I was a freshman, it was a little intimidating because you're going from a middle school, which was just 2 floors and not very big, and all your classes are in one area, to this school, which they just added a whole new wing into it and everything.
The principal looks at the school's size as a positive feature.
The larger we are, the more we're able to provide opportunities and meet the different needs of individuals.
If you talk to some of the students,
it doesn't feel that big when you're in classes.
Many will say that they get acclimated quickly in large part because of extracurricular activities.
You have like these clubs and activities that really kind of create a bonding point for you.
And Keita Kundu is part of an organization called Club YES, which is short for Youth Extending Service.
Then how would you organize that?
More than 800 students are involved in Club YES, and those students take part in service projects all across the Twin Cities.
Many organizations in our community rely on Club YES volunteers. The IOCP Food Shelf and many of their initiatives heavily rely on Club YES. Our elementary schools, many of our senior citizen living centers rely on Club YES.
The service projects are not only a way for the students to give back, they also acquire some valuable skills in the process.
Being leaders, of stepping up to solve problems, stepping up to take initiative and make a difference where they see they can.
Green eggs and ham, page 2, set, hut!
Which leads us to their current initiative. At every school in the Wayzata School District, drop-off boxes are set up for people to donate books, school supplies, games, sports equipment, and cell phones.
We're giving all of the materials to schools that are in need throughout the state. So that's really the main aspect of why it's so cool. We're giving back to other schools in need.
Wayzata's Super Kids Super Sharing initiative is being done in partnership with the NFL and Super Bowl 52. Club YES students put together this video with the school district's help to promote the program.
I'm amazed by this. This is great. I mean, like, if we can keep this up for the rest of the week.
Between now and January 17th, they hope to collect enough supplies to fill several trucks that will go to schools in need.
We're dedicating ourselves to the community and helping out, and this initiative is definitely a big part of who we are and just like defines the culture within the school.
While Wayzata certainly has a culture of giving back, the school also has a reputation of providing students with the tools they need to be successful.
I've always had like a supportive community from all different clubs, and it's been a very great experience.
Thanks to Delane Cleveland for that report. He saw the supplies that were collected at Wayzata for the Super Kids Sharing event. They took all those supplies to a drop-off site in Edina to help benefit students in other Minnesota school districts. Pretty cool. After one period of hockey tonight, it's Edina 2, Wayzata nothing. We're back with more of our first intermission in the Plymouth Ice Center on CCX after this.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands? My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Edina 2, Wayzata nothing on CCX through one period of play. Edina skating for their 20th win of the season in 21 games here tonight. Highlights from the opening period. That was the opening shift, and a shot on net by Tristan Yalko is saved by Garrett McKay. He's been able to turn everything around. Max Borst and Trevor Wong able to save that at the other end. This was shorthanded, and a good defensive play by Tommy Bergslund to cover up on the chance for Mason Nevers. Saved by Trevor Wong. Here was the first goal that was tipped in off the shot by Brinkman at the point, but number 11, Lewis Crosby. At the other end, Mackay making another stop, and then Crosby. Minute 55 after he had scored the first one, nets another one. The assist going to Nevers, and it's 2-0. So the first goal, Crosby from Brinkman and Reiners at 14 minutes, and then Crosby from Nevers at 15:55. Look at the shots on goal, pretty even, as are the scoring chances. Edina took 2 penalties, but Wayzata unable to cash in on either power play and in the first period.
Well, if you look at the shots, this isn't the way Wayzata wants to go, plus the fact that now they're down by 2 goals to a team that can put the puck on the net and really kicks it out. So they got a lot of work ahead of them. They got to get some dirty goals, start pushing and get more aggressive in the attack zone.
We talked right at the beginning before the first period started. We didn't get a chance to really get into it. That Plymouth Ice Center, or this sheet of ice specifically, yes. Rink A, underwent a transformation this last summer, going from the Olympic size sheet of ice to the standard or NHL size sheet. The Olympic was all the rage, 15 years ago or so, but more rinks have been converted back to this standard size here in recent years, including Plymouth. Helps on energy costs, but I think they just feel it's a better fit for the high school game too.
Well, it definitely is. I mean, the only place to see Olympic-sized rinks is Olympic. You know,
next month,
right,
or this month.
Yeah, and frankly, it changes the angles a lot, but the difference here is that these teams can skate. No, I don't care if you put them on a big sheet, but the difference is this brings in more physical contact, as we've seen tonight, and that adds an essential element of the game. You got to keep your head up, man, and know what's going on here. And these kids are strong enough and fast enough that it makes it a good part of the game.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with more hockey. Second period upcoming. Edina Wayzata boys hockey continues on CCX.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Section hockey is right around the corner. You see Wayzata's been to state 3 of the past 5 seasons. Wayzata girls, 2005, their only state tournament appearance. Dan Ficken, let's talk about section hockey coming up. For the girls, it starts next week, late next week. Teams get underway. The team that plays here, the Wayzata Trojans, starting to play some pretty good hockey under second-year coach Jess Christofferson.
You know, Jess has really done a nice job getting these kids peaked, ready to go. We watched them beat Eden Prairie with 3 kids out with a flu, for heaven's sake. So getting them ready, that should be a surprising section battle, although with the addition of Blake coming up in Double-A, that makes that a very tough section. But that should be a little more competitive than people think it's going to be. And on the other end of our spectrum here, I think Maple Grove is back in the running again. Amber Hegland's got those girls playing very well right now, and they might be a 1 or 2 seed going into that section there too, keeping an eye on that. So I think there's going to be some exciting runs here in the girls section for our area, and be fun keeping an eye on them.
And the Breck girls have run into a very strong Blake program the last several years. Well, now Blake, as you mentioned, is in 2A. Breck's got a chance to get to state in Class A now.
They've been knocked out 2 of the past 3 years by Blake. And of course, what's amazing too is Blake is one that come up to Double-A, and guess where they are right now? How are they ranked?
1. Right.
You know?
Yep.
So it said something about that section. So yeah, Breck's got an opportunity to make a move here, and so we'll keep an eye on that.
Boys hockey, these teams will play in the same section, both Wayzata and Edina. Cretin-Derham Hall, I know, has got a good team. Blake boys in Double-A, they're in that section as well, Section 6.
It's a murderous section. I mean, it's like watching a state tournament. I know we've said that, but it proves itself every single year that on any given day. I mean, Edina got knocked off by a losing hockey team last year who peaked at the right time, got great goaltending in the Wayzata Trojans, and got through it. And this year, for the first time, the section in the Northwest area is wide open. I mean, Centennial is going to be the favorite, but there's teams there between Maple Grove that I think can really make a run at them. Well, and hands down, Blaine not as good this year, Anoka not as good this year. But all they got to do is put 3 games together and make a run with that. So I think that's going to be a very interesting section in the boys. That could go either way. Centennial is going to be on their game, and I think they can be beat, and I think there's 3 teams there that can do it to them. So we'll have to see what happens there.
In Class A, Breck, you know, we've seen some great Breck teams in the past. This is one of them. They're down a little bit. They're down more than a little bit by their standards this year.
Yeah, one of the things, too, I think they lost one of the better coaches in the state as far as I'm concerned. You know, Les did a fantastic job with that group. And he walked away last year and just said, I'm going to do some other things. And I think it hurt the program. New coach needs to assess himself. They might be 2 years away. They're getting talent. It's just getting used to this new coach and the new way they do things. But we'll keep an eye on it. You know, you never know. At the end of the season, they could make a run.
We've had some great section finals in that section between Breck and Delano, haven't we, the last few years? And Delano finally broke through last year.
Yeah, and that was a great story. I swear to God, I mean, we could have gone to Delano and robbed that town that night because there was nobody there. They're all parade ice arena, and they're good again this year. You know, so I think that'll be a fun thing. I think the one team I want to watch, though, in boys now, is Champlin Park. I think they really got an opportunity in that section to make a run.
They've got a big game coming up on Saturday. They're playing Coon Rapids tonight. If they win tonight, Saturday is the game that'll decide the West Division champion, more or less, in the Northwest Suburban Conference. So they would be tied with Armstrong Cooper with a win tonight. Those teams face each other Saturday at the Ice Forum at 7 o'clock.
Should be a good game. I'll tell you what, though. I like Champlin because they're 3 lines thick. They've got some good scoring. And they might have one of the top 4 goaltenders in the state. He's fantastic and does a great job for them. So when you got that combo, funny things can happen to you in the sections.
All right, what's your guess and what the message was, Pat O'Leary, to the boys between the first and second period?
We just got to get on top of it. We're going to put a heavy forecheck on. We're going to pressure the Edina D and get turnovers in the zone. Don't let them play in our zone, and move the puck out of our zone quickly and dump it out if you got to. Don't get caught with a turnover in our zone. Edina, just play your game like they've been playing it. They've been All three lines have been effective, and they're doing a good job. Defense is keeping the shots away into the outside. Like I said, they got about 3 chances, Wayzata did, and they weren't exactly stellar either, I'll tell you. Yeah, I got the other thing too is we were talking to Coach Giles beginning of the game. He's only got 7 seniors on this team. I mean, they could be scary good for the next 2 years. So see what the Trojans can do here this period.
Crosby and Matthews on the face-off to start period number 2. Hornets will shoot it down into the Trojan zone. Taken by Tyler Dingman behind his net. Passing it off for Tommy Bergslund. Intercepted. Here come the Hornets in deep, and a save made by Wong as he slides across and makes the save on Liam Malmquist. And Brinkman with the pickoff and fed Malmquist, and the save made by Wong. Boy, 3-0 would have been really tough for Wayzata.
Good job, young man. You saved the bacon. You can't give that puck up to these guys. Brinkman and Malmquist, they can put it in the puck, put it in the net.
Face-off win. The shot by Reiners deflected up and out of play. And we'll do it again. Walker and Schmidt on the face-off. Face-off win this time for the Trojans. Carter Anderson gets it out to center ice. Schmidt gathers it in on his stick. Nice little move trying to get the pass across to his left to Morenin, and it was picked off by Edina. Back they come. Walker's pass to the middle of the ice, broken up by Leeson of Wayzata. Now here comes Leeson with it. Right circle, carries deep, trying to put it in on net on Mackay, who's got it trapped between his skate and the pipe.
Well, that turned out to be a really pretty good play by Leeson there, coming in and just getting it on the corner. He had a chance to dribble in on the short side, but Mackay made a good save. But Trojans got what they want. They want to face off in the Edina zone. Now they got to maintain some time in this zone and get some shots.
Shoemaker and Nelko on the face-off. Now here comes Edina.
Oops.
Down into the Wayzata zone. They sweep it back behind the net. Trojans able to get it out. Shot back ahead by Boltman, but picked off. Cleared by Carter Anderson ahead. Tarashevsky gets run out on the boards. And Edina's got it again. Up through center ice they come with Shoemaker. On his left to Borst with a shot. Long is going to be an alert again. Onto the left boards for Wayzata by Solly. Edina able to keep the puck in the zone. Free in left circle. Shot in front, but not much on it there for Swanson. And it gets past Boltman at the blue line and out to center ice. Shot back ahead by Borlicki. Played up to center ice and down into the Edina zone all the way. Where Mackay's got to play it. Hornets come back up on the rush again. Brinkman drives it to the left corner. Dingman there. Puck free in the circle. Comes back out. Shot away. And Wong makes another big stop. Comes onto the stick of Bergslund. Edina still able to keep it in. A shot in front. They score. Comances, the senior center, buries it. And it's 3-0.
Just gets it in a beautiful position in the slot. And I don't care what goalie you are. That is a tough save to make. And Comances shot right there and just finds it in the upper left-hand corner and buries it to give the Hornets a 3-0 lead. You can almost smell it coming. It was like the Hornets are sharks in the bloody water. They're really feeling it now. And boy, that puts a big hole for the Trojans to climb out of right now. There's a reason the Hornets score 6 goals a game, and it doesn't matter who they're playing.
When I was looking at their numbers the other day, they're 19-1 on the season. Their 19 wins, only one has come by fewer than 2 goals. They had an overtime win against White Bear Lake. Everything's been by 2 goals or more, and many by several goals.
It's amazing how many 7, 8, and 9 goal games they've had, and against some pretty good hockey teams too.
Mason Reiners picks up the assist. Here's Walker carrying deep, put it out front, and nice play by Mulrennan to clear it out for Wayzata. Reiners with his second assist tonight. Anderson banks it ahead. This will be icing on Wayzata. The message in the Edina locker room was like, we can do better than that. Based on this first 3 minutes.
You're not measuring up right now, guys. Come on, let's get it going. I'm just impressed with the speed and the way they move with the puck. When they get on their stick, they're going north and south and rocking quickly and fast.
Out comes Wayzata now. Sally carries it into the Edina zone. Played by Edina back behind the net. Out they come again. Offside flies Colby. Puts it out in front. Wong gets his stick on it. And as Kavanaugh was right in on top of him. Back out left point. Shot away. And it's deflected up and out of play on the shot from Trevin Kauser.
Boy, just bing, bang, boom. They're right in the Trojan zone, and they're moving it around quickly from the end boards up to the sideboards, up to the point. And there's a shot, and then there's two green uniforms heading right for the Wayzata goal.
Matthews winning the draw against Shoemaker, able to get the puck back to Matt Branton. Again, Edina able to turn it over. Swanson now back out to the left point. Brinkman gets shot, his shot blocked by Luke Monet. Edina does fire it back in. Long leaving it for Dingman, who turns and plays it off to his left. Ness getting tied up. Swanson trying to free it up for Edina. Swanson comes in with a check in the corner. Now it's onto the stick of Branton again. Starts right, comes back left, banks it out to center ice onto the stick of Reiners. His pass blocked by Matthews of Wayzata, but Hornets able to get it ahead. Here they come again. Shoemaker in with a shot, and Wong with a big save, and then covers up on it with Max Borst looking for a rebound.
Relentless, relentless, relentless. They just keep coming at you in ways. What they really do well together, John, is the Hornets just support each other. One guy has a puck, then the next guy gets a puck. If they lose that, then the next guy gets a puck. There's always somebody there supporting the next guy.
Crosby and Schmidt on the face-off. Won by Wayzata. Bergsland up the center and deep down into the Wayzata zone, or Edina zone rather. No icing there. Puck played up left boards by the Hornets to the blue line. Bergsland with a shot and a save by Mackay.
Boy, kind of a sloppy save there by Mackay. Kind of got away from him a little bit, and that could have been dangerous.
Got that blocker out there, able to make the stop on it. Only the second shot on goal for Wayzata this period compared to 5 for Edina so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like more than that.
Yeah.
Ball comes all the way back out to center ice and then down into the Edina zone. Here's a chance for Leeson. Kai has to make a stop again. Schmidt with it. Takes a check along the boards and then he returns the favor against Boltman. And now taken by Norlicki.
Yeah.
Back for Boltman. Out to center, and out come the Hornets. A 2-on-1. It's Crosby. Crosby fires, and the save made by Wong. Romantzis moves in. Lost the puck. Schmidt flips it up. Hits the rafters, and that draws a whistle.
But that was a good play by Schmidt. He just to relieve it. He gets it out of the zone. But look at the speed they come down the ice here. Crosby coming across, hold it, waits those guys in position, takes a shot. Now, the better move would be to keep it low so it goes off a leg pad. Maybe there's a chance for a rebound there.
Walker wins the face-off. They go for the one-timer from the right side from Brinkman. That got blocked onto the stick of Jungles. Nevers behind the net. Walker moves in. Back out right point. Shot away. That goes wide. Back to Walker. Walker has it, trying to jam it in as he trying to wrap it around. Now gets a shot away from the circle. That gets blocked. Still down low. Wayzata trying to get it out of there, and they finally whack it down the length of the ice.
Was there a penalty called and we didn't see it, John? Wow, that was domination. No, I'm kidding. It just, oh my gosh, the domination inside the zone there. They move the puck. They're supporting it at all times. You know, here's an interesting stat. Second period, Edina has outscored its opponents 54-16 in the second period alone.
Right to the net off the face-off. It comes again, and Wong's got to whack that away. Tie up on the boards. Freed up. Now another one in the corner. And finally, Bergslund has it for Wayzata. Driven back deep to the corner again. Matthews gets tied up. Branton has it. Matthews will finally get it out for Wayzata. Up to center, onto the stick of Ness. Ness along the boards as it's taken right away by Volicki. Bergslund with a shot from the boards. Doesn't come through. Back out left point. Branton putting it behind the net. Ness will chase it down there. Needs the pass to the corner. Tie up. Monet trying to free it up for the Trojans. Back onto Ness's stick. Fires high and over the Edina net. Ness ran into a Hornets player. Matthews back out. Bergslund shot. That gets blocked. Good block out in front by Volicki. Right out in front, though. It came free. And a save made. And now the net comes off and we get a whistle. Boy, all of a sudden it was right on top of Garrett Mackay.
Well, we were talking about Ness, and he disappears, and all of a sudden he just appears. Oh, there he is. Right there. Coming in, gets a good opportunity. It's funny how that net came off all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm suspicious that way, John.
3-0 Edina. It's 2-0 with two late first period goals after one, then one early here in the second. Make it 3, almost 4 there. Crosby was right there on the doorstep. Feeds it back out left point, quickly to the right point. Shot away, and another save for Trevor Wong. Been busier than he'd like, I'm sure, here in the second period, and we haven't even played half the period yet.
Tell you what, I think the Trojans would like to put a contract out on every single one of these guys on Crosby's line. They have been major effective the whole game here. They're just ripping it up.
Walker and Nelko. Ready to face it off. They're going to chase Nelko out, and Solly will come in. Face-off win for Edina. Quick shot, blocked. Back out right point. Feed the pass down deep to Walker. Walker takes a check from Carter Anderson. Lost the puck. It's along the boards. Boltman will shovel it toward the corner. Poked free. Came onto the stick of North. And up the boards for Solly, and now onto the stick of Tereshevsky. Onto his right to Monet. Goes to the corner. Puck lost there. Came though to Tereshevsky. He's still got it. Feeds it back to Monet. And lost. Turned over to Edina. Hornets getting it back. Freeing it up to center. Walker takes a check from behind at the blue line. Lost the puck. Back come the Trojans. Monet from the blue line. Shot and Solly to save. Or excuse me, Mackay to save. And cleared out of play.
Well, that was the best Wayzata shift of the period right there, John.
Yep.
Tereshevsky finally arrived, and he's starting to play hard. And it's a good shift. Tristan Nelko, too. Melko had a really nice section run last year. Played very, very well.
Scrum along the boards. And a little check thrown by Shoemaker of Edina. Ness goes down, lost the puck to Shoemaker, and back come the Hornets. Swanson comes all the way in on net. It's a shot away and then a rebound. And the save by Wong. Harrison back for Wayzata, lost it. The 2-on-1 for Edina, carrying deep, a shot, and Wong with a huge stop on Brinkman.
Boy, that was some moves by a D right there. Holy buckets, nice hands.
Brinkman feeds the pass out front. Comance's got tied up, and here comes Ness back for Wayzata. Ness, nice little move, shot, and a big save by Mackay. Great pad save on the good shot by Griffin Ness. Boltman clears it along the boards. Comance's, he's going to get to the puck first. It's a 2-on-1, feeding it across, and it was deflected before it could get onto the stick of Liam Malmquist. Malmquist has it. Crosby looking for the hat trick. Now it comes back to Malmquist. He overskated it. Schmidt lost his footing as he came to the blue line. Back comes Crosby. Crosby coming in alone, backhander, and shot it wide. Boy, the Hornets are flying in this second period.
Boy,
Here they come again.
Crosby's playing like he's a man among boys. My gosh, is he dominating this hockey game.
Malmquist. Back out right point. Takes the pass from Vorlicki to Malmquist to the corner. Leeson trying to get it up and feed it to Mulrennan. He will skate it out of the zone for Wayzata. Here comes Mulrennan. He's free and offside with Schmidt on the left.
Whoa, good rush out and a major error in the offside, but look at this move by Brinkman. Look at that. That's a big guy doing that, over 6 foot. Just a nice move like that. Crosby coming in, getting another opportunity. Come at you ways, John.
Winding down toward 5.5 minutes to play here in the second period. We've only had 1 goal, but a ton of action, Dan, especially tilted to the left of us. Hornets able to get the puck out. Here comes Walker down the right side. Sammy Walker trying to slide a pass across in front. And we're going to get our first Wayzata penalty of the night. And the first penalty altogether here in the second period.
Nice move by Walker here. Almost got it through. Good play by the D. The only issue with that situation is that that stick pointing right back to the net could have caused a goal. So Carter Anderson, good smart heads up play. Broke up that press. Like Karaszewski going.
He takes the penalty here. Tereshevsky at 11:44. So our first look at the Edina power play, Dan.
It's been pretty good this year. 28% running at 18 goals on 65 power play attempts. So we'll see if they can operate here.
Slashing was the call and the penalty to Tereshevsky. Good work by Bergslund for Wayzata, but now he lost the puck to Vorlicki. Back behind the net, Crosby feeds it off for Malmquist. Vorlicki stops, gives the pass off to Comances. Back to Vorlicki. Comances wants it back again. He's got it. Malmquist puts it in front, and Crosby robbed by Wong. Edina still controls, though. Just over a minute left in their power play, and now take it away. Here comes Ness, and he went down briefly. We're going to have a penalty coming up. Ness with a shot. He fired it just wide. Delayed penalty coming up here on the Hornets. Ness still with it. to Bergslin, and now as it's touched, we get the penalty. It's going to even things up on the ice here.
Boy, you'll just see the chop right there. Absolutely. This is going to be a slash or a trip, one of the two, but that's going to give us a little 4-on-4 hockey. And got a brief moment to see the Edina power play. With Jack Boltman going in.
So 4-on-4, as you can see, for 46 seconds, and then a power play for 1:14 to follow for the Trojans, and a big save by Mackay. He had a lot of shots, but he's had some tough ones he's had to make, especially here in the second period.
Yeah, he really has. You know, a lot of times when you see that much domination, you wonder if the goalie's going to fall asleep at the other end, or if he doesn't see the puck for like 5 minutes. It can make it a little bit tricky, and we've all seen it. And he's really stepped up to the plate, though. He's another reason they're 19-1, though.
Schmidt and Walker tie up after the face-off. Walker, though, now coming clean with the puck. Drops it back behind his net to Brinkman. And out comes Walker. And they're skating 4-on-4 here. Walker, nice drop pass, and then taken away by Schmidt.
Nice.
Great play by Colin Schmidt. He starts up ice for Wayzata. Had it poked off his stick. Hornets back with it again into the zone. Shot away. Wong makes the stop. Up into the skates of Nevers. He lost it. And Wayzata's back at full strength. In they come. Oh, and stop Mulrennan. Got stopped by Mackay. Got past the defenseman and came right in.
Split him. Split the D. You won't see that happen too often to the Hornet D, I'll tell you that. Nice move, though. Mackay came up with it, though. We were talking about him. He was right up to the play.
Here comes Mulrennan again. Shot away. Mackay the save, and he covers up with Ness cruising in for a rebound try.
That's a nice screen shot, but we'll see the move coming in here. Watch, this is going to split the D. It's a move outside and comes back in, gets between the skates. Looking for the 5-hole, but Mackay gets that stick down.
Right on the ice.
I like the fact he didn't go down too, you know, takes away that upper shelf too.
Left point. And out of the corner comes back out to Bergsland. Bergsland from Matthews. Fanning on the shot was Monet. Now they get a shot down low, and Mackay another stop, this time on Joel Matthews.
And tried to sneak it in the short side there with the player in front kind of rubbing a little bit on Mackay, which is good. If you're going to get a goal, that'd be a good way to do it. Just get it dirty.
Little time left on the power play, but now here comes Edina shorthanded. Pass in front. Oh, and another big stop by Wong on Lewis Crosby. Took a good pass from Comances.
Beautiful play. Nice, beautiful play. Comances was just patient. Waited till it's set up completely.
Leeson carries it in. Leeson is backhanded shot, and Mackay the save. Edina back at full strength. Here's a look at that scoring chance.
Flutter pass. Tried to set it up nice. Went up top, but boy, Wong came out real good and just took that angle away, period.
Busy second period for Trevor Wong, who faced 9 shots in the first period, 15 here in the second.
Boy.
Minute 53 to go in the period. Just a 1 goal. Just over 2 minutes in by Dimitrios Comanci, but that has been enough for the Hornets. They have been able to shut down Wayzata tonight, and thanks to that young man who makes another save, Garrett Mackay, the senior, now with his 20th save of the game.
He's done a really nice job for him and kept his head in the game and just got some good key stops from at the right time.
Here come the Hornets off the face-off win. Jungles with a shot, and he fired it just wide of the net. Trojans skate back. Nelko at center will sweep it into the Hornets' end. Stopped by Mackay for Vorlicki. Puck is free, picked up by Nelko. Behind the Hornets' net it goes to the corner now. Bereshevsky able to get it off for Nelko. Out, down, deep in the left corner. Poked free by Edina. Wayzata's got to reset at center. Bereshevsky. They whack at him. Puck is free and up into the bench. A little pushing and shoving afterwards. And a face-off will have right outside the Edina blue line with 51 seconds to play in the second.
You know, we've been talking about Edina's scoring punch. You said beginning of the game, 4 shutouts by the Hornets, right, this year? Boy. And against the schedule they play, that's pretty good.
Face-off win for Edina. Yeah, 4 shutouts for Mackay, 5 altogether as a team.
5 as a team, man. Wow.
1 recorded by Ramsey Bell. Out of 30 seconds to play in the period. Dingman for Wayzata. Now it's Bergsland. Here comes Schmidt. He'll skate up through center. Schmidt across on the left side. Alan Schmidt shot. Mackay makes the save. Hornets have it. Final 10 seconds of the period. Comances and Dingman collide at center. And that'll be the end of the second period of play. 1 early goal for Edina. But they add to their lead, and it's now 3-0 Dan Fick and Hornets after 2.
Well, I think Mr. Wong has done a very good job in net for the Trojans. And, you know, I'll tell you, if they could just bust loose and get one in the net, that could change things. I think it'll energize them, and I think it'll get it going. They've had their opportunities. Mackay's been challenged, but just haven't been enough of those moments. But, well, we'll see what we can do in the third period here and get them charged up.
Edina 3, Wayzata 0. Second intermission or a late conference hockey game coming up on CCX after this timeout.
Love is love.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
3-0 Edina leads Wayzata through 2 periods of play. We've seen Wayzata in the state hockey tournament the past couple of years, but they've had other teams certainly with great team success. Soccer and basketball among them. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight show on CCX, we profiled senior Drew Gallinson. And here's a profile of Drew.
It's a new role on the basketball court for Drew Gallinson. The senior is a captain this year after the graduation of 7 seniors from last year's section championship team. The wins haven't come quite as easily either, but the Trojans are 11-5 so far.
It's different. I wouldn't call it tougher because there were learning curves last year. Our record just didn't really show it as much as this year, but learning curves are going to happen. So it all matters how we play in March. And I think we're starting to figure it out.
I mean, he's had to step up. We lost 7 seniors from last year's team, and he's had to score more. We still have some guys that can score that were on last year's team as well, but he's had to score more, and he's had to lead a little bit more. And Drew's comfortable doing that. We see him do it every day here at school in the halls and in classes.
Last year was special for Wayzata basketball.
Gallinson will shoot it and hit.
The Trojans finished 28-4 as the team qualified for state for the first time since 1959.
I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday, if that speaks for itself. It was probably top 10 moment of my life for sure. Just not any moment in particular, but just doing what that team did. It was just an honor to be a part of it. I mean, I've learned more in that season about not only basketball, but just like teamwork on and off the court and how important chemistry is, because we were all great friends. And I'm just, as a captain, I'm trying to teach them what those seniors taught me. And yeah, I've learned so much from them.
Gallinson is a 2-year starter. The guard is an excellent outside shooter and averages around 14 points per game. He's a good defender too, and a player that can be tough to prepare for. Armstrong's Greg Miller coached Drew in his younger days of traveling basketball.
Always very good shooter, just very smart player and very tenaciously competitive, and that hasn't changed. Now it seems like he's kind of their glue guy. He settles them down. You know, they got some guys who are really hyper-kinetic how they play, and he's a little more smooth than some of those guys, and I think that really is a big value to their team.
While basketball is his first love, it's not the only sport that Drew excels in.
And a goal, and we're tied up. Gallinson.
The senior was a captain and an all-state defender for the Trojans in soccer. In November, the team brought home the school's 3rd state championship in boys soccer.
Winning state was just like, it was like a dream come true is an understatement, because like the reason you play high school sports is to win state. So just, it was an accumulation of all that hard work that me and my team put in, and just seeing it pay off was incredible.
He understands the game, reads it very well out of the back for us. Huge impact on the field defensively in the back. And then also on our set pieces. He scored a great amount of goals in his 3-year varsity career on set pieces for us.
Drew competed at an elite level in soccer, despite the fact that he doesn't play the sport in the off-season.
High school is the only time I play soccer, so that's kind of a rarity in high school soccer, especially at the varsity level. But I mean, my coaches just trust that I'll get the rust off in a couple weeks and get back at it.
Surprising to some, and with offers to play either or both sports in college, Drew will give up soccer and basketball next year. Concentrate on school as he enrolls at the University of Minnesota.
My whole life, sports have just been a part of me. A lot of people think that I wanted to pursue sports in college, but a dream of mine was just going to a big school, focusing on education, so I'm going to the University of Minnesota next year.
For now, Drew will enjoy these final 7 weeks of high school basketball. Loving the charge he gets out of playing in front of friends and fans.
I love playing in front of people. I love feeding off other people's energy, and I love, like, last year was a great example. This year we're having moments, but when a team is working together, there's just nothing better, and everything's flowing, and it's beautiful.
And Drew Gallinson and his Wayzata basketball teammates will be in action on CCX next Wednesday night. 7:15 p.m. game. They host Eastridge. The game you can see live right here on channels 799 and 12 or online at ccxmedia.org. 3-0 Edina leading Wayzata. Dan Pickle, let's look at some highlights from that second period. Remember, it was 2-0 after one period of play. And Edina really peppered the net. They got a goal early on. Demetrios Komantzis putting that one in at 2:19. The assist going to Mason Reiner. But they were flying seemingly all period, putting a lot of rubber on net. And Trevor Wong making every save except that early one against Komantzis. And at the other end, it actually, Garrett Mackay was fairly busy in net too. He makes a save here on Joel Matthews and Griffin Ness as he turned away 13 shots himself in that second period. Wong another stop there, this time on Swanson. That's Brinkman carrying deep. Wong gets the pad over and makes another stop. Trojans get a good rush here. Mulrennan right in on net, and Garrett Mackay another stop. Look at the numbers after two periods. Edina 24 shots on net, 21 for Edina, 10-7 scoring chances. Edina for the game, 3 penalties for 6 minutes. Wayzata just 1 for 2. Neither team with a power play through 2 periods. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Third period of play coming up here on CCX. Edina leads Wayzata 3-0.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
John Jacobson with Dan Ficken tonight. Plymouth Ice Center, Edina 3, Wayzata nothing. Wayzata getting some scoring chances. Not that they've been completely shut down. They're getting some decent looks. Garrett Mackay, though, has been equal to the task. And at the other end, it could be a lot worse than 3-0. I think Trevor Wong has accounted very well for himself tonight. Edina's really been all around the net, especially in that second period.
Oh, they just peppered him. But, you know, he hung strong, and, you know, that should give the Trojans a little confidence. Now what you got to do in this period, you start pinching at the point. You start taking chances. You try to get any opportunity you can. You're going to give up some odd man rushes. But Wong has been up to it, and you don't have to worry about it that much. Try to focus a little more. Get that first goal. Get the goose egg off the scoreboard.
Yeah, you got to get one before you can get three,
That's
right?
right. That's right. But it's amazing if you get that one, the energy that all of a sudden hits your legs and you can go. So, you know, I think really that's all the Trojans got to do. We saw some good opportunities. And if Wong continues to play like it is, one goal, well, could lead to a second. And here we go, we got a game. So it should be interesting. They're late coming out. So wonder if our buddy Coach O'Leary put the plan together here. So we'll see what we get in this period.
Wayzata's next game, Saturday afternoon. They will be at Grand Rapids. Their next late conference game a week from tonight. They're at home here against Wayzata. For Edina, they've got Hopkins coming up Saturday at Braemar Ice Arena. And then they will take on Minnetonka Saturday the 10th at Minnetonka.
Another good team this year. They've been rated.
Minnetonka.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's where the Skippers.
Yep.
This conference, man, this conference. It's unbelievable how good the teams are in this conference.
Well, here we go with period number 3. Lewis Crosby, Joel Matthews again on the opening faceoff. And a face-off win for the Hornets. They bank it down into the Trojan zone, and we are underway. Bergslund playing it to his blue line. Going down was Monet. Hornets recontrol from their own blue line. Shoot it down into the Trojans end where Bergslund has it. Has it taken away briefly. And it comes across to Ness. Here comes Ness. Poked off his stick nicely by Reiners. Matthews drives in. That one went off the pipe. Cleared ahead. Here's a chance now. It's Comanzi's. Big shot fired it wide. All the way ahead to Ness. He got pinched between two Hornets. Played by Vorlicki off the end boards. Comanzi's coming back into the play. Schmidt with a shot. That goes just wide of the Hornets net. Taken by Leeson. He lost it. Played around the boards by the Hornets, but kept in left point by North. Here's Schmidt. Right circle. Turns with it. Off to Mulrennan. Mulrennan. Now it's Schmidt with it. Mulrennan coming back. And then calling for the puck was Dingman, but the pass went behind him. Hornets come back away. Just too far ahead of Walker on the pass on the right side. Played by Mason Nevers behind the net. Nevers has got it again. Off to Vorlicki. Vorlicki fires. And the save made by Wong. Puck freed out. Now back behind the net. Walker tries to chop at it for the Hornets. Being turned around is Nevers. And the Trojans have the puck. Mulrennan will regroup at his blue line. Slides it across to Dingman. Pass goes behind Leeson, and the Hornets have it back in their own end with Brinkman. Brinkman lost it, poked away by Solly. Brinkman gets it back. Ahead to Nevers. Left side, Borst drives it in on net, and the stop made by Trevor Wong.
Well, a little sustained pressure here by the Trojans. A little jump on their skates to start out with, and Wong with a nice save there. A little pressure by the Hornets, but much better start for the Trojans this period, John. Much better start.
Left point shot by Brinkman. Didn't get through. Comes back to the right point. Kept in by the Hornets. Swanson takes a check but drops the puck back behind the net to the corner. Centering pass out in front. Backhand try by Swanson. Stopped by Anderson, who gets it out to center. Hornets get a little tip into the zone by Shoemaker as they make a line change. It's onto the stick of Carter Anderson. Passes off to his left to Branton. Shot from inside the blue line by Solly is steered away to the corner. And here comes Shoemaker with it. 2-on-2. Shoemaker trying to get it past Bergslund, but can't. Pass taken out in front, and the shot goes just wide off the stick of Kavanaugh after he took the pass from Swanson. Branton for Wayzata. Left side, it's Nelko coming in. Whacks at the puck, getting it to the right side where Boltman plays it. Up to center ice. Onto the stick of Bergslund. Back to Dingman. Head left side. Here comes Anderson, or excuse me, Matthews with it. Matthews took a check there from Vorlicki. Now it's carried on by Colby. Peter Colby, right wing pass to Grant Morton. Trying to get it back to Colby, and does. It couldn't get a shot up. He was getting tied up pretty good from behind by Monet. Trojans come back. Here's Ness. Ness to the Edina line, trying to work past Vorlicki. Those two tie up. Moving in is Colby to try to free it up. Now here's Colby with it as he took the pass from Morton. Colby from center fires in, and another line change for the Hornets. Wong will play it off to his right to Bergslund. Up comes Leeson to center, to the blue line. Leeson in a good scoring shot, and just fired it wide of the net. Shot from the point. That gets tipped and goes wide. Schmidt with it. Dropping it off. Shot going wide by Leeson. And now covered up by Mackay in front of his net.
Well, the Trojans, John, are making better, I guess, effectiveness of their rushes. They're getting some pucks on net. They're starting to crash a little bit. And they've broken up some Hornet rushes here quite regularly over the past 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And kind of slowly turning this thing around a little bit.
Trojans keeping the puck in the Hornets end as Mulrennan fired it to the opposite corner, but now Edina quickly back on the offensive. Right side, Nevers lost it off his stick. Puck goes to the corner. Around to the boards. Check by into Schmidt as he was trying to clear it out. Now it's Mulrennan who does have it. Schmidt on his right. Here's Mulrennan to the Edina line. Drives in deep, a shot. And
there we go. There we go.
And the sophomore gets Wayzata on the board.
Got to turn that motor on. Look at them legs moving, and that's great. Now watch, he's got to snap that shot out with his legs moving. A lot of times the goalie will hesitate. Once you stop moving your feet, it tells the goalie you're shooting, and he caught him a little by surprise off the right shoulder, John. It slips into the net. But a nice rush by Mulrennan there. Okay, we got the goose egg off the scoreboard. Now let's see what the Trojans can do. Played a good plan. They were starting to turn this thing, and I could almost feel something was going to happen here, and they finally broke it.
Mulrennan with his 4th goal of the season comes at 5:15 of the 3rd period. And it's 3-1. Here's Matthews with the puck. From the blue line, shot goes wide.
Plenty of time here with 11:18 left.
Trojans with the puck again in the Hornets zone. trying to keep it in. Hornets can't get it out. Ness trying to center it, but it comes right under the stick of Lewis Crosby.
Oh, nice play.
Good job by Bergslund to keep the puck in the zone. Now it comes free to center. Crosby after it. Bergslund got there first. Hornets got it away, and a good poke check, taking it away from Comances to the Edina line, and it's offside. Carter, go ahead, Dave.
The stick got up a little high there on Comances, but they didn't call it. I think they're going to, maybe they're just going to put the whistles away right now and just let him play as long as it doesn't get too flagrant. Good pace in this period, John. Very good pace.
Yeah. Carter Anderson and Michael North got the assist on the Ryan Mulrennan goal. Solly couldn't get his stick down on it. Now the Hornets with a rush. Look out, here comes Shoemaker down the left side. Drop pass, shot away, and Wong with a glove save and a good one on Max Borst.
You said it, good one. That was a blistering shot. Borst had speed behind it and power when it's going for that lower right-hand corner, and that glove just flicked it out and took it out of the air. Danger overcome. Wong with another nice save. Now, we saw there a 3-on-2 situation. We're going to see more of those as this period goes on. They'll be giving up odd man rushes, but the Trojans have got to start sticking and taking chances in the offensive zone.
Trojans got it out, and Wayzata, or excuse me, Edina brings it in offside. They'll face off outside the Trojans' blue line.
Nice play by number 21 there. Reiners. Be real careful, though. Don't be in Edina D and get caught, man. Give up an odd man rush to the Trojans right now. Play smart.
Hornets get the puck down into the Trojan zone, and some big hits shifts already since the whistle. Centering attempt. Comes out left point. Brinkman holds it there. Now we'll dump it back behind the net, trying to feed it onto the stick of Colby. More tie-ups. Now it's freed up and played by Nevers to the corner. Back out it comes. Left point to Reiners, and broken up by the Trojans, and they get it out of the zone. Kavanaugh back at his own end. Onto the stick of Ben Brinkman. Brinkman stops, gets the pass under the left to Jungles. Jungles carries deep, shot away. Save made by Wong. Walker dumping the pass back behind the net to Nevers. His pass intercepted by Schmidt. He gave it back, and it's come to the stick of Dingman. Played it around to Mulrennan on the near boards. Hornets free it up. Came to the side of the net. Over skating the puck there was Jungles. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Brinkman. Little touch pass.
Oh.
Walker with a shot. And again, a big stop by Wong. Oh, that was so quick with that pass. And a great opportunity. Again, stopped by Trevor Wong. We get a delayed penalty coming up here on Edina. Well, we get a touch on it by the Hornets, and another power play coming for Wayzata. It'll be their fourth of the game.
Well, Edina in a situation where they were grabbing the momentum here, John. Past minute and a half, they were starting to dominate, especially the attack zone. Beautiful passing and playing where they wanted to, down low, below the face-off dots in the Wayzata zone. Not worried about getting to the point. And Sammy Walker making a mistake, coming in there and getting a penalty and giving the Trojans for a power play here. Give them an opportunity to get within one goal. I didn't hear what the penalty was, but big opportunity for the Trojans.
I think I saw interference as a signal.
Okay.
Interference at 8:30. The pass out in front, but broken out by the Hornets and cleared out of the zone by Lewis. Crosby, and then on the stick of Nevers, who was able to clear it down the length of the ice. So the Trojans will reset in their own end with a minute and a half left in their power play. Under 8 minutes to go in the hockey game. Trojans now finally on the board. They trail it 3-1. Here comes Ness on the right side. Ness putting it in front with Matthews cutting toward the goal, but that went wide. Matthews has it there. Back out to Bergsland. The Ness. Bergsland will wind up and fire, and that gets blocked by Vorlicki and cleared down the ice by Nevers. Bergsland comes back for it for Wayzata. Under a minute to go in their power play now. Waiting. Now we'll start out with a pass to Schmidt. Colin Schmidt down the right side. Sends it behind the Hornets net. Right onto the stick of Reiners. Trying to drive it out of the zone, but can't. And Rennan helping to keep it in along with Leeson. Leeson gets the puck. Back behind the net he goes. Beats it off to Dingman. Back to Leeson. To Dingman again. Dingman keeps it low. Shot away and saved. Made by Garrett Mackay.
Mackay with Colin Schmidt right on top of him. Big Colin Schmidt on top. But good play right here. Get rid of it. And on the ice, Schmidt had an opportunity to deflect it, but Mackay pushed himself out real nice on top of the crease and stopped any change that Schmidt could have put on that puck.
Now 17 seconds left in the Wayzata power play. Clean face-off win for the Trojans, and a good play by Jungles to help get it out of the zone and pass North. Bergsland playing it back across to North, but Bergsland, Schmidt too far out in front of him, played by Boltman to center ice, and Wayzata comes in offside, and Edina is back at full strength.
That is the most aggressive penalty kill I've seen so far this year out of any of the games that we've done. Edina just gets in your face in a penalty kill, forcing you to make a play. Good power play, though, by the Trojans. They got some opportunities here, John. I think they got 3 shots in that deal, so moved it around nice, got it set up.
Nelko wins the face-off. Puck shot by North into the zone. And now it's up out of play.
Nesko kind of indicating it should be inside the zone, and I don't know, I think it went off his stick out of the zone, but what the heck, young man, work it for all you can. That's the right place for the faceoff for you.
Hornets skate out of there with it. They had a chance for a break, but the puck kind of got lost up in the neutral zone, and they're unable to get anything with that rush. Carter Anderson playing it for Wayzata. Kept in the zone, though, by Shoemaker of Edina. Out it comes to center. And Vorlicki will shoot it back in. Back out, and fired back ahead by Nelko of Wayzata. There's Vorlicki back for it again. Good stop by Solly along the boards. Out in front, a shot by Tarashevsky, and that went off a defenseman's skate. We got a Wayzata player down in the corner, and slow to get up was Tristan Nelko. We're going to have a Wayzata penalty, though, coming up against Ike Tarashevsky.
Yeah.
See Tarashevsky right
slash there. Yep, knock the stick out of the hand. When that happens, that's an automatic. Well, still got some time left in the game. 5:40. They got to kill this off and then get right back at it. The Trojans do.
It's the second power play for Edina, and the first one didn't last very long. They took a penalty shortly into their man advantage in the second period. See if they have a better opportunity here, but Wayzata so far has played well here in the opening 30 seconds. Now on the run comes Walker. Sammy Walker, and a big save made by Wong.
Great shot coming across the left, brought it back to the right. Wong had to change directions real quick.
Here's Vorlicki holding. Vorlicki shot, looking for a tip out in front. And the Trojans clear down the ice. Under 5 minutes to play now in the third period. Just over a minute left in the Edina power play. Here comes Mike Vorlicki. Pass left side. It's Brinkman. Brinkman gets past Anderson. Out in front. Puck is loose. Onto the stick of Vorlicki. He'll set up out high to Walker. Walker taking the return pass from Brinkman. Feeds it back off for Licky. Left side from Walker. Back to Walker it goes. Further in, a shot away in tight. Save made by Wong. Brinkman. And it poked away nicely by Schmidt. Schmidt with a good defensive play. Now breaking that Edina pressure up. Hornets with a chance for another rush. Comances carries in. Got spun around and lost the puck to North. Final seconds of the power play for the Hornets. Kept in at the point. Shot away, and that goes just wide off of Reiner's stick. Hornets come back. 3.5 minutes to go. They're back at full strength. In comes Leeson with it. Leeson in the circle. Drop pass. Ness with a shot. And he fired up wide of the net. Leeson back out. Dingman with a shot. That gets blocked. Back comes Crosby the other way. Ducamontis on his left. And a shot away from in front and fired wide by Wong. Ness coming back for Wayzata. Ness with a shot and the glove save by Mackay.
Well, Ness learning his lesson with the first one where he didn't miss the net with it. This one he did hit the net and got himself a face-off in the zone. Okay, face-offs are real critical here now. Trojans basically got to win pretty much everything to the end of the game here. And see what they can pull out of the hat.
Trojans do control. Trying to feed it out in front, but Ness was being tied up and couldn't get a stick down it. The feed from Matthews. Hornets back and cover up by Wong on Borst.
You know, it's always a dilemma, too, when you're in a situation like this, like the Trojans, that D got caught. Rather, do I pinch or do I pull out? And he got caught in no man's land and finally decided to pull out, but it was too late to do that then. He might have been better off going at the puck inside the Edina zone.
Alex Solly sent it back behind the net. Taken back by the Hornets by Shoemaker. Off for Swanson. Up through center. Got back down into the Hornet zone. Out of the stick of Brinkman. Brinkman to Shoemaker. Turnover. Solly with it for Wayzata. He's been ridden pretty hard there by Brinkman. Able to free the puck up though. Comes up to Nelko. Taken back by the Hornets. We just have just over 2 minutes to play now in the third period. Reiners has it, and it's played up and out of play. 2:02 to play in the third.
Well, I would imagine now Pat O'Leary's going to be looking to pull the goalie here pretty quick, being down by 2 goals. So we'll have to keep our eye on that, and he's got a face-off inside the designer zone, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Wong's about 20 feet out in front of the net right now.
Yeah.
He'll stay in for now. And the Hornets have the puck. Good decision. Here they come. Oh, and they're offside.
There's where winning the face-off was really important. If Wayzata would have won it, they could have got the goalie off and brought the extra attacker in. But Edina, playing it smart, wrapped it around, got the free wing on the far side, going with it, and made him stay on the ice.
Walker wins the face-off. Back to Jake Boltman. Warlicki shoots it into the Wayzata end with 1:45 to play. Bergslund for the Hornets, or for the Trojans. Playing it out onto the stick of Schmidt. Comes Colin Schmidt, rink-wide pass. Ryan Mulrennan with it. Mulrennan's got a goal in this period. Couldn't get a shot away here. Leeson puts it wide of the net. Wong is on the bench. 6 skaters out now for Wayzata. Walker able to get the puck to Nevers. Pass at center. Bergslund. A great play to intercept that and keep the Trojans in this game, as he had an Edina player behind him. 1:05 to go. Bergslund, the left side, fires the shot. Didn't make it all the way through. Under a minute to go now in the third. Leeson with it. Turns, gives it to Mulrennan. Mulrennan moving, lost the puck. Backhanded. Nevers, this will be icing on Edina with 42 seconds to go. And guessing we're going to get a timeout, yes, for Wayzata here.
Well, allow these kids to get rested up. He can still have his best 6 guys out on the ice. Boy, I tell you, Edina really packs it nicely, don't they? I mean, you just get nothing in the middle whatsoever. There were 2 block shots in that last rush. They just do a nice job defensively. Yeah, Coach O'Leary just kind of hanging in there, watching, letting his assistant coaches get it put together. They're drawing up a play right now. Edina just pack the front, keep them out of the middle there so they don't get a good shot, and then force the point up top, John. You want to be aggressive on them. Don't let them get a clean shot at it.
If you're Edina, if you hang on to win this game, these are games you kind of like. I mean, you've won a lot of games by multiple goals, and they may win by multiple goals tonight, but it's not been easy for them.
No, I mean,
and they always get a good game from Wayzata. That's what Giles said.
Always, yeah. I mean, he knows it. They planned for it. He was happy about playing this game tonight. I think he wanted some tough competition tonight, and he's gotten it. That goal that they got this period got Trojans right back in this game.
Garrett Mackay, 23 saves in the game. Trevor Wong, 28 for Wayzata, but he is on the bench right now with 6 skaters on the ice for Wayzata. 42 seconds to go. And a tie up in the corner. Off the face-off, freed up by Walker. Chipped out to center by Edina. 33 seconds to go. Bergslund played it ahead. Ness left side. And to get it to Matthews. Covered up by Edina. They whack at it. Trying to get it out was Komitzis. And just came out of the zone. Wayzata brought it in offside.
Well, good battles going on here one-on-one on the sideboards, midboards, and up by the blue line there. And Trojan defense has made some nice moves stepping up to try and stop the puck, but not quite quick enough this time.
To the blue line, Ness will play it ahead. Mulrennan shot away, save made by Mackay, and now we're down to just 10 seconds to go. Face-off win for Edina. Centering pass, picked off, flipped down the ice. And that will be it. And Edina has its 20th win of the season. The #1 team in Class AA wins it tonight here 3-1.
They looked it too. They look like a solid #1 team, 3 solid lines. Tremendous play by their defense, John. I thought, and it went through all 2 to 3 sets of D. Restricted shots, controlled the ice in the middle of the ice, did a good job, and fun to watch. Boy, just fun to watch. The Trojans fought back. I like the way that third period, they came out with a little fire, being down by 3 goals, said let's take a run at this, and they did make a run at it.
Yeah, much better third period for them than the second period, especially.
Yeah, definitely. So they had something to build on here, and I know Coach Pat O'Leary was looking at this game the same way. I mean, these are games that they want to play, and it don't count till the sections. So we'll see what happens.
These teams will play again to wrap up the regular season Saturday, February 17th, 3 o'clock game at Braemar Arena to finish out the Lake Conference season. And then again, as we mentioned, very well could play again in Section 6AA. That will do it for our telecast tonight. Thanks to our great crew, and for Dan Ficken, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for watching our coverage tonight of Lake Conference hockey. It's a good one. Edina skates away with a 3-1 win at Wayzata.